even for a 6'10 guy. That should become a comfortable shot for him, and in a lot of ways, unstoppable because of his size. And he's got a lot of times smaller players guarding him. So if he could just develop that, come off a ball screen, stop at the elbow, shoot, pull up, shoot that mid-range jump shot to soften up defenses and make them think about how they have to play. I actually think he's at the point where
runs the ball out with Giannis.
he's going to all of a sudden...
And Michael Fultz work together who's been running point.
And I think Ben Simmons can be very comfortable as a rover, kind of positionless.
Britt Brown previously worked with San Antonio. I don't remember it was during the time when San Antonio was passing the ball a lot.
In that scenario. But is Brett Brown the right guy to be coaching this team? I mean, he's
that's another concern I have too. I don't think he is. He's not a great coach. He's developing well. Maybe he's a development coach. I don't know about.
And I don't
put them over the league.
understand.
They're not a winning record now, despite all the stars in their team now.
Why do you want to play at such a fast pace with that player? And I
Joel
just
did
look
too.
at his team and wondering, if someone needs to come in here and change the style of how they play.
Well, I'll say this. Early on, Brett
Works
Brown
really
here, it was
well
hard,
with
it was
JJ
possible
Redick.
for me to evaluate him because there were nights I didn't see any structure at all, and I'd criticize him a little bit, but then I would also say, well, you know what? At the same time, when you do not have play. So that's why I would always give him a pass. Well, that's obviously over now because he has talent. And the one thing I will say that he does get out of these guys, they do move the ball pretty darn well. Now, I hear you. You make a valid point. There are nights I watch them and I go, man, the number of quick threes that they take. And I'm going, you got this guy in Joel Embiid who, when he has put his mind up to it, and operates in the 12 feet and in, catches the ball and starts jabbing, stepping, and backing guys down. There's not a guy in the league that can stop him from getting the shot he wants. He's got incredible footwork and incomprehensible touch for a guy that is as big as he is. How soft and feathery his touch is around the basket. And so then they'll go these stretches where they take 5, 6 threes, like the ball's on fire almost, how quickly they catch it and shoot a three. So I think that's kind of what you're alluding to. Like, how fast they want to play, move it, first open three, take it. And I think there are some wasted possessions in the course of games, but I will say he has done a pretty good job of getting them to play selflessly and getting them to play for the guy next to them and move the ball. And that's an enormous challenge. Jumper, when he gets through him, he can finish over guys. That's the one thing they really lack. And I think if Fultz had been out there all year healthy and getting better every night, gaining confidence, you wouldn't find that poll with those numbers. I think people would feel like they're a little bit more complete than they realize because he hasn't been on the floor yet. So I think they look at some other guys that only do one thing offensively and they look limited to the Sixers fan base now. Fultz can address some of that. And so let's give him a chance to get back and get healthy. But I think losing right now, the way that they have, 7 out of 8, now all of a sudden people are going, oh, you know what, this isn't nearly as good as we thought. And let's see, because it's ebb and flow in the season. There's a lot of ups and downs. Right now they're in a down cycle, and there's things contributing to that. Let's take a look at this over the course of an entire season before we really make those kind of judgments.
All right, 855 NBA jump, 855-6225.
Right, and then have 12,000 for a playoff game. Very true. That's a very hard question to answer whether or not it's going to matter. Exactly. Good job. Talk to you later. We'll take a timeout here on Mad Dog Nation. I mean, they made a major move to get the Pearl. Everybody thought that Monroe and Clyde would not work together well. They did. They helped
你电话不开的，
championship, but they
打了几次没有人接，想开什么？
heyday of Monroe.
我又去体育大的东西，又去 supermarket。你刚出来。
That was the heyday. Our show came in 68, 69. That was the heyday of the books. You're 1,000% correct. Go ahead. What else?
By a lot of people as a minimum amount, maybe $150 million of his own money towards the new stadium. That's going to cost a heck of a lot more than that. So that's not winning them any Christmas.
So in other words, Dan, the new stadium that I didn't even know this, 150 million, Ira. So this is sort of compounded with Longoria. Now they're calling him cheap because he saved the 80 million and he only wants to put 150 in. So as a result, they're giving him grief here.
Yes, and you know, nobody believes that he's not making any money, Chris. No, nobody's believing his cries about poverty.
You know, that's I've been told they lose money every year, Ira, from somebody outside of him.
Chris, they're going to try the Astros model, and you know what? I don't really blame it from their standpoint. Now, I heard what you said a couple hours ago, and you're exactly right about the other side of the equation. The Giants probably should adopt the Astros model because they're getting old. They can't do it. They can't do it.